Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another shave review video. We are going to be looking at some of the new blades at Razor Emporium featuring 1988, the latest and greatest from Rex. With that being said, let's get started. I'm going to take it from right there because I actually want to again reiterate how amazing the Rex 1988 soap is. This is the latest and greatest, like I said. It is everything 1980s, as my famous joke goes. This is like Don Johnson is rolling down the streets of Miami listening to Prince, and there's some purple rain outside, and it is a good day. I'm gonna start by just kind of doing a little distribution, and then we're gonna do a little scrubby scrub and build this into a beautiful Santa Claus lather. I'm excited also to be back. I'm back in the saddle again, everybody. I am shaving again. We took the month of December off. I grew my nice big Santa Claus beard. Everyone was sad to see it go. Most especially my children, my wife, my employees, my friends, my followers, everybody really, honestly. But, you know, as I said, I do run a shaving company and occasionally I have to shave. So that's what we're doing. 88 has got an amber and musk smell going on. I'm sure there's some other notes I'm missing, but you just gotta try it. You gotta try it. It has been selling like hotcakes, and that's what you're going for. See that kush right there? It should look like whipped cream. We are gonna be doing one of the most famous segments in Razor Emporium history. We've done this, I think, 3 or 4 other times, and it always coincides when we get new blades in the store, and it's been a little minute since we've done this. These are the new blades at Razor Emporium, and I'm always amazed. I tell my staff that I can't believe how many blades we sell. It started off, you know, carrying 5, then 7, then 12. I mean, it's just, and I think we're up to like 40 or 50 different kinds of blades, and they all sell. And, you know, so we kind of have a little tradition of doing a blade aggressiveness rating, and we use 1 for really mild blades and 5 for really super aggressive blades. And to date, I still like to always say there's only one 5 blade, and that's feather, because if I was to somehow put another blade in front of feather, I think everyone out there in YouTube land and the shaving community would string me up and kill me, because you can't ever say there's a blade that's not as sharp as feather. Feather is the sharpest, that's it, okay? And in keeping with tradition, we'll be using a Gillette Fat Handle Tech. Now this is a 40s Fat Handle Tech. You're gonna probably say, Matt, why is it black like this? The Fat Handle Tech was originally nickel plated. And I say, well, we did a little failed experiment of powder coating. And I say failed because if you look at this, you're gonna see the guard has got some nickel showing through. And this is why powder coating is not a good option. So this was me being the guinea pig and taking this home and using it, and exactly like I thought. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in and we're gonna get started. And the tradition with this, and I will, tell me your hate in the comments all you want, but this is the tradition, is I give it what I call the 1-stroke challenge. And that just means that I'm not gonna, obviously I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 7 blades here. I can't obviously do an entire shave with 7 blades. I'm gonna have to do 1 or 2 strokes with each one and move on. And this is what I call like the initial assessment. This is not me using the blade for 3 months and telling you my deep, dark, secret feelings about it. This is my gut, you know, just visceral feeling about what it feels like. And I'm always gonna compare it to the feather as a 5, or I can't remember, I think we made the Bic was like the 3 or 4. I mean, or I should say 2 or 3. I'm gonna kind of go off of like the middle point and like, is it more aggressive or less aggressive than like the midpoint of 3? Starting with this guy, this is called a 7 AM high platinum durable. I don't know where it's made. It says Swiss quality, that's cool. It doesn't say where it's made on here. We'll put it in the description. It's technical collaboration from Switzerland, whatever that means. Okay, great. I doubt it's Swiss made. I mean, Swiss steel is very ubiquitous. It's like, it's what everything is made with Swiss steel. I think my lather is looking pretty good. Maybe a quick little refresh. The problem with these videos is I sit here and blab and the lather dries up. And I don't have great lather to begin with because I didn't just pop out of the shower. That being said, the 7 AM, let's give it a couple Shots, see how it does. Hey. That's actually really nice. I'm surprised because it's not one I've ever used before. I'm gonna give that a solid 4. Like, I could do an entire shave easily with that. That is a nice blade. I'm instantly already thinking of changing up our sample packs because that could be in like the sensitive skin sample pack. We're gonna move right along over to Big Ben. This is made in Egypt. This is made by Lord. So if you're familiar with Lord, that's what this story is, guys. A lot of these big factories, they have multiple lines running on them. Now, what those lines represent, I couldn't tell you. I would love it if somebody who works in a blade factory, you know, I'm sure the last thing they want to do when they're done working in a blade factory is go watch people shave on YouTube videos. Maybe they do. But if you do work in a blade factory, tell me exactly why there's different lines and how they delineate the different lines. This is the Big Ben Super Stainless. Yeah, see, slightly less nice than that 7am. So there you go. So I was at 4 with this 7am. I'm gonna go to 3.5 with this guy. And it's just that relative thing. Again, if you were to use them for weeks on end, you're gonna have a way better assessment. But I always tell people, like, if you get a sample pack of blades, just do what I'm doing. Give it a couple, you know, strokes. Do not try to do an entire shave with a blade that's miserable. Don't get yourself cut up because you don't want to, like, you know, waste the 15 cents for the blade. Just be like, yep, nope, that wasn't for me. It's like when you get a sample pack of beer or wine and somebody gives you that sour beer for some reason and you're like, why am I drinking a sour beer? You know, or a rosé wine. You're like, what am I drinking? Hawaiian punch here? I don't know. Okay, next up is the Treet Classic Double Edge. Okay, and Treet Classic, this is a carbon steel blade, so a little different than stainless steel. All right, I can already tell it's got a heavier feel to it. We're loading it back in the fat handle tech. It's fat, all right. Pretty hot and techy. Get it? All right. Yeah, see, that's even more tuggy. No, I'm gonna stick with 3.5 on that guy. He was pretty similar to the Big Ben. Moving right along. I know this is like rapid fire, guys. It's like Jeopardy time. Rapid fire. We are gonna go over to the Astor by Bic, and this guy is made in Greece. Yeah, Grecia. If you live in Greece, have you been to the Bic factory? That's like what I would do. If there was a blade factory near me, I would go tour it. I'd ask them all the questions. This is the Astor. Sounds like someone's name. Astor. Get over here, Astor. I mean, maybe you could like name a dog that or something. I don't know. Okay, let's give this one a shot. That's the roughest one so far. Yeah, I give it a 3. I'm trying to find the one that I really like. I may go back to the 7am to clean up the rest of the shave. Okay, and we got the Parker. Now, I happen to have inside intel, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say it. I know where these are made. I know who makes them. I know who your daddy is. I know what he does. Who's your daddy? What does he do? I know who makes the Parker, and I was told by the owner of Parker himself who he, you know, contracted out. It's just like the Rex blades. Like, yeah, these are offset over here. You know, no, we don't have a blade factory. We contracted that out, and Parker doesn't have a blade factory either. They contracted it out. Okay, 2.5. Yep. Sorry, Howie. No, you know, again, and the thing is, I have a thick beard. I have heavy stubble. You know, I'm not the case for the average shaver. I'm like the above average shaver when it comes to like challenges. In fact, that's why you're watching this channel right now, is because I had so many shaving challenges as a young shaver back when I was like 18, 19, 20, like learning how to shave. You know, I had the same challenges you guys are having. My dad I've said this story many times. My dad was an electric shaver. He's walking around the house at night, locking the doors, in his underwear and t-shirt with electric shaver. Yeah, this one's good. Hey, get to bed, kids. So I thought that's how you shave. So I started doing that in my apartment by myself, just walking around at night, locking the doors, screaming at people. Apparently that's not how you shave. This one's not too bad. I guess a 3. This was I was blabbing right through it. This is the Personna. These are the German-made Personas, the Platinums, the little blue label. We just got those in literally yesterday. We opened the box and I was like, bam! And the one I'm actually really curious to try is the last one on my list, and I'm going to finish up with my favorite one here, which so far I'm going to go back to that 7 a.m. So I was out there looking for a better way to shave, and you know, I got the whole double-edged thing, and that's why you're watching this channel today, because I had a tricky beard, you know, easy to ingrown, easy to get, you know, irritation. We got, last but not least, now this is kind of a confusing moniker. This is Gillette Wilkinson Sword, which you say that's like a Chevy Ford or a Mercedes BMW. These are 2 different names in my mind. These are made in India. Let's give it a shot. Because Wilkinson Sword does have their own line of blades, and obviously Gillette has its own line of blades, and I thought they were competitors because I thought Wilkinson Sword, the rights to that was owned by Edgewell. I give that 3.5 as well. I'm going to do my little, you know, final cleanup and get everything done and nice with the 7 a.m. That was still my favorite of all the ones we shot today. And now my fantastic staff can put the little blade marks next to these blades on the website and on our sample packs. And speaking of sample packs, that's one reason we do this, guys. I'm do a quick relather and just kind of do a real quick touch up, finish up as I'm blabbing at you. The sample packs we do are curtailed. They're tailored. They're not just us throwing blades together. We're going to have a sample pack that's very targeted. Like the favorite one we like to sell to new beginners is the beginner pack. It's got blades that are 2s, 2.5s, 3, 3.5s, 4, 4.5, 5, even a feather. Okay, so you really can see the full gamut of what's possible in the world of shaving, all right? Then we have more targeted ones like, oh, a mild pack. God, this is really nice. I might have to take some things home. Like I don't have enough blades at home. We have stuff like a mild pack that's going to be like all the 2, 2.5, 3s. We have aggressive pack that's like all the 4, 4.5, 5s, right? We have like the top 10, like Matt's favorite top 10 blades. I'm going to take these sideburns up a little bit too. It's not the 70s anymore. We have very specific packs. I think we even have a Gillette pack, because Gillette has so many different blades. But it's the difference between buying stuff from Razor Emporium and off of Amazon. First off, you're supporting an actual wet shaving company. But second, you are getting like targeted information. People like me do stuff like this, that homework, and figure it out for you so that you open up a sample pack and have like a roadmap. We have these little pieces of paper that come inside them and these little blade markers, and this is how we figured them out. Now you can come back and say, oh, that wasn't the most scientific method ever. I have seen people do scientific things where they have like these special little devices, they sit on the table and you put a hair across it and then you put the blade and it like comes down like a axe or like a guillotine, and like it sees how much force is needed to cut a hair. Okay, that's really cool. But guess what? How does it feel for you? Like how are you experiencing? Is it like gliding? Is it pulling and tugging? Who cares if it like theoretically should be the sharpest? What if it's not the most comfortable? That's like going into a shoe store and being like, well, I heard this brand of shoes is supposed to be the best for arch support, but then you try it on and you hate it. It doesn't matter like the theoretical, it matters about the practical. And in this world, it's all about the practical, it's about the experiential, it's about what works best for you, and we want to be part of that journey. That's why we are here for you guys, and that's why we appreciate you supporting us in the wet shaving world. I think I'm pretty good. I really like that 7 a.m. I am really blown away. I'm going to have to figure out who's making it. What's the secret sauce? That's like the Big Mac sauce on that. Like I would put that up there with some of the Gillette Platinums or Bolzanos. The Personna Reds. I mean, even like the Rex, that's like a Rex quality blade. I mean, it's nice. That's how unbiased I am. I can tell you that's a really good blade. I'm happy about that. That is what I got. Things are looking smooth. Things are looking good. I'm going to finish up with, of course, the 1988 Splash. Blast from the past over here, get in your DeLorean, get your aviators on, watch some Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and splash some 1988 up in here. Woo! Feels good. Got a hankering to watch Terminator 2. Although I think that came out in 1994. What's another movie? Rambo? Woo! Wow! You know, I used to not like splashes. I was like a balm guy. But now I have come to love the Splash. It's made with love at Razor Emporium. See that beautiful purple color? People with talent figure that color out. Look at that. That is all I got. I hope you like my rapid fire approach to trying out blades. Obviously, I would probably go back and use them more and really get to know them if I, wanted to dive in. But this is just for entertainment purposes only, right? If you think my ratings were so far off, tell me below which ones you thought I was off on. What would you give them as a rating? And if you do leave a comment, you're entered into win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. That's all I got today, guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already doing it. Share this video with someone who needs to see it, and we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.